Hello there once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking Shamblers. So this time around, we're going to be checking out the Gondola from the QuakeLab. This is actually a rather interesting level. If you've been following all the different stuff I've been tackling, you'll have known I was doing Aftershock, basically a commercial add-on for Quake. Had a bunch of different random shovelware files with a couple different documentation. It was rather loosely documented. Some were there, but most weren't. But one of the things that was documented was the Gondola, which, interestingly enough, we did not get the file for. So, needless to say, this has been, for a long time, been a level that we've basically been intrigued in, but haven't been able to play. That's kind of been, included in it just as documentation. And I should mention that this also was included in the Aftershock toolbox with the exact same issue. So, yeah, really long time to basically check out the Gondola. It's just a level made by the QuakeLab, so it's a little test level, nothing really fancy. But it is a level, and yeah, it's going to be a big thing that's going to take up a lot of space. It shouldn't be really used with reckless abandon. Unless it's got room for only one player, it won't be able to fit much. So, large spaces in Quake aren't a good idea. It takes too long to compile. So, needless to say, you basically really can't really do too much with it, generally speaking. It's something you really don't want to be using too often. Outside this one fancy little level, of course. So, let's check it out. Let's see what exactly the gondola looks like. For all Gondola history. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just want to check out levels involving gondolas. And here we are! The level that Aftershock did not want you to see! That's what I should call this, right? Yeah, that'll get more views. Okay, so, it doesn't have a level name, it doesn't really have anything, and oh look, I just fell into the gondola. Okay, so you fall into it. There's a hole beneath it. I believe I shoot this, and now we are on the gondola ride! Whee! Where are we going? Where are we going? We're on an amazing joyride. Now we can just drop out of the gondola through the hole in the bottom. Very simple. There's nothing down here, it looks like. It's just like a pool of water. But you do have the, teleporter here. I'm assuming this is a level exit or something. So you step in here. No, this is how you teleport back up. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you want to get back to the gondola, you teleport here. You can fall down. But you have to really time it so that way the gondola is all the way back there or whatnot. AKA, you really aren't going to have much luck once it starts going. It's really for something when you've kind of been, having it mid-thing, I guess you could say. So let's see, it's nearly getting close. Let's try and teleport. No, teleporter! Work with me! Ah! The teleporter didn't work with me. It's like, yeah, it's a little ledge. If it was just able to be walked into, it'd be a lot easier going backwards. But there's like a... You have to jump up and hit it while trying to time this. So let's see, you want to time it? Nearly there. There we are! So now we are on the gondola. Specifically on the little edge. Look at that, there's a little platform up there. Huh, there's a little rafter thing. So now we're on the top of the gondola. And now we're gonna die on top of the gondola. So, is there a way to, jump up to that? There we are, now inside the gondola again. Whee! I don't really know what I'm doing in my life, but that this is what the gondola was. You want to a gondola? We got a gondola, which is kind of a lot like the jet, or like all the other little random test stuff we've seen. But yeah, fancy little gondola, moving back and forth. As said, this isn't really the most drastic of things out there. It's a little test level to go with all the other test levels we've been covering. For some reason, this seems like a test level inspired weekend. For some reason, everything we do is a test level for some reason. But yeah, this was one of the levels that we never really got to check out. Turned out it was just a random little test level. But at least we got to see it. we brought closure to it, and now we can say we don't have to worry about what it is. Thus making this kind of like Chthon's Crusher, or whatever you called that one. That one was just in Aftershock. This one was in both, and definitely is one of the last few levels we need to cover before we can bring closure to all that documentation. After all these years. Yeah, it's been a very long time since we finished Aftershock, but we're still going with files that kind of were connected to it. So, needless to say, we tackled it. We're done. Thank you all for watching. It's been something. I guess I'll see you all next time.